Alright guys, well last episode I put the 10 fittings, the ports on the valve cover. So like today, now we're gonna take the manifold back off. It's just mocked up, get that turbo out, and we're gonna start looking at the fuel line, brake booster, and let me see what else. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what we're gonna look at today. Alright guys, so I'm gonna time lapse this and I'm gonna get this turbo manifold off. Right? Alright guys, got the manifold off, turbo off. Now we're going to be figuring out the fuel setup. Alright, so right now, a lot of you guys know how my setup is basically a stock fuel rail, EFI adapter fitting, fuel pressure regulator, feed line coming here, so it's feed line, and my return. So, I don't know if you can see the return that well, but return is right here. There you go. Return. So now we're gonna basically at this point see exactly what fittings I need to figure out what fittings I need and how much hoses I need, because I basically want to relocate my fuel pressure regulator from here to basically around here somewhere, and that should give me enough space to have my turbo here, because the turbo is going to sit really close. And obviously I gotta get rid of this fuel line from getting anywhere near the turbo, so it's the next step. So I'm gonna start taking all this apart and see where we're at. So I'll be right back. I'll time lapse this, alright guys? Fuel pressure regulator out. The return line is right here, and it's perfect because it reaches. I don't know if you guys can see, but it basically reaches where I want to relocate it, which is nice. So I do have some. Dash 6-7 hoses, so that looks like it should definitely be enough for everything that I need. I just got to see if I can maybe mix and match some of these fittings and see if I can actually have this set up today, and hopefully I don't have to order any more fittings. So we'll see right now. I'm not going to time lapse this because I'm going to have to figure it out, but I'll get back to you guys on my update. Alright, guys, let me get some lighting in here so I can show you guys. Definitely, you guys can see, kind of hard to tell. EFI fitting in there. Hopefully you guys can see that. I can't really see that. Yeah, you can see it. So there's an EFI fitting there, so I can definitely run a EFI adapter onto there. I actually have one already, so I'm gonna get started on that. I'm gonna pull this off and measure up some. I'm gonna see where I'm gonna put my fuel pressure regulator real quick, and I start measuring some hoses, guys. I'll be right back. Alright guys, well we just finished up the fuel return, the big fuel setup. So it comes out. Oh, let me get out of the light. So it comes out the fuel rail like normal, goes down into the fuel pressure regulator right there. The feed line goes to back there, and the return straight down. Let me get some lighting. Maybe the lighting will help. So there you go. So fuel, and all the fuel, and the EFI fitting back there. Okay, so got one thing out of the way. Doesn't look too bad. I like that. It shouldn't be too close to the turbo. I'm going to be running a turbo blanket on the turbo, just in case, because I don't want to melt my brake reservoir and my clutch reservoir. I mean, the turbo's going to be like right about here, so it's kind of close. I might wrap these lines as well, just in case, but it's looking good. Alright, on to the brake booster now. What's up, guys? So the whole fuel setup is all done. Everything is there. See how I have everything ready. And my brake booster, if you guys see it, it's the brake booster line. Comes back there. Use the original hard line. I have it bolted on to there. So I use the original hard line that's here, and it comes down that way and underneath the manifold. So wasn't too bad actually, guys. So at this point, the only things I have left to relocate is the harness right here. So I gotta probably take this hose off so I can bring the harness over and get all these get everything off the harness and run it through the valve cover. So pretty happy. I've made a lot of progress. So yeah, I guess tomorrow I'll keep working on the car and we'll see how far along we get. I want to at least in this episode also get the harness done, get it out of there so we can bring it over. Maybe even heater core hoses. Maybe I gotta figure that out too. So we'll probably figure out the heater core hoses on this episode as well. And we might actually be coming to the point where we can officially bolt this down. I had one bolt holding here just right now because I wanted to make sure I had enough line for the fuel pressure regulator, so I get all that running right. So sorry, not for the fuel pressure. Yeah, well, yeah, the fuel pressure regulator right here, the vacuum, and also for the brake booster. Everything's looking good. I'm thinking about trimming all that nonsense off. Let's see if you guys, yeah. So I'm thinking about trimming that off the hard line so it's more hidden, doesn't look as ugly. But honestly, everything is tucked away pretty nicely. I like the setup. It's looking pretty good. All right, guys, the car is starting to come together. You know, I was almost ready for a sidewinder. I can't wait, guys. All right, so I guess I'll be back in here tomorrow and work on it some more. All right, so there's gonna be more in this episode, guys. Alright, what's up, guys? We're back today. So I just mocked up my turbo feed line. It's right here from the back of the motor with the stock fuel pressure. The fuel pressure sensor is back there. I have a cube on there, and I'm actually able to use my original hose for my bottom mount turbo. So it looks like it should definitely reach. The turbo will be sitting around here somewhere. So there's definitely enough line. You can see how far out it comes. So now that I know it works, I'm going to pull everything off the cube and everything so I can reseal it, because I definitely have a leak coming from there, so I'm going to pull that off and I'll be right back. So I put some gasket maker around the thing. I couldn't get the hexes out, so I'm just going to have to cover it with gasket maker and I'm going to let it dry, let it do its thing, and I might put a second layer on it. So while that's doing its thing and drying, I'm going to start trying to clean up as much as this is possible and start resealing the intake manifold. I already have my and fitting there, and with this, let me show you guys, with the rest of the intake manifold on the car, I can still access it pretty easily. So I'm going to seal it now. I should be able to get the and fitting in there. There's enough space. So I'm gonna go ahead and reseal the intake manifold. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna clean it up and seal it up, alright? So I'll be right back. So got the intake manifold resealed nicely. It's a ultra grade gasket maker is what I'm using for that. I'm not running a gasket this time. Now I'm gonna clean up the throttle body area on both sides and most likely get the throttle body together. So I'm gonna do that right now, alright guys? So I'll be right back. Alright, what's up guys? Alright, intake manifold back on, throttle body back on, everything's already hardening up, so that's good. I put the oil cube in the back already, it's all tightened down. I just gotta put let me show you guys. Just gotta put this fitting back. This one is kinda not in the best condition, so I might not use this one. Yeah, actually I'll probably take the one off the actual turbo. I think it's the same size, so might be, might not, we'll see. I'm gonna take that one off the turbo because I'm gonna use 90 degree now. It's already on the feed line on this side, so yeah, I'll take this one off the turbo, put it on there, and then get that oil feed line on there. Once I have that oil feed line on there, it looks like I can mount my manifold on there permanently. So I'm gonna get started with the oil feed line, get that done. I'll be right back guys. So guys, so got the turbo feed line in for a little 90 degree here. So that's gonna go on the new turbo, which should be here on Friday. So on the next episode I'll definitely do the turbo install, the turbo clocking and all that stuff. Just gonna tuck that away right in there. So we're probably gonna wrap this episode up. We're not gonna do the oil pan. I'm not gonna seal that shit up yet. It's I gotta clean it up. It's underneath the car somewhere. I still gotta clean it up, and one of the bolts broke off like into the block when I took the oil pan off. So I want to see if I can extract that before I even put the oil pan back up. But so I'm just gonna take my time with the NC. So the next thing we're gonna do today, this is gonna be the last thing we do for the episode. We're gonna put the turbo manifold on, most likely, and I think we're gonna call it right there. We're gonna do like another mock-up. I wanted to see how the harness, how close the harness is, because if it's not that close, maybe I can wrap it. I don't know. We'll see. Or maybe I should just pull the harness out now and run it over the valve cover. I don't know. I think I'm gonna redo the harness, I think, guys. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get the manifold, kind of mock it up and see, and if it's too close for comfort, like I feel like it's getting too close even for wrapping, then I'll pull the harness out and get that going. Alright guys, so I'll be right back and we'll see exactly which route I took. Alright guys, I came to a decision. So everything here is not, it's like I can fit at least a finger or two all around. The harness sits nice and low. So let me see if I get some light in here for you guys. So the manifold fits relatively like a finger, like I could fit a finger. That's like the closest part right here. The harness is at least 2 inches away from the manifold, 2 to 3 inches. So I think I'm going to be able to get away with wrapping everything there, because the downpipe is going to run through right here, that spot right here. So obviously that's not going to be there. Let's tuck this way. So this is where the downpipe is going to run. So there should be no space, and I'm going to wrap the downpipe as well. So I think we're good. I don't think we have to touch the harness. Just got to do a good job in wrapping the harness, wrapping the heater core hoses, and then we're good to go. So I'm gonna look for something to clamp the heat wrap with before I start heat wrapping it, and if I find something, I'll start heat wrapping it just right now. So alright guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna start wrapping all of this and get it all done and show you what the finished product looks like. And once everything is wrapped up nicely, the oil feed line is already tightened, so I don't have to get back there again. I might just change the oil filter for convenience right now, because it's just so easy to access right now. Change the oil filter while I'm in there, and then I can mount up the turbo manifold. And here you guys can see my ports. I love the way it came out. Let's look at that. It looks freaking awesome. It looks like the setup is coming together, guys. Pretty excited. I know the engine bay looks like a mess right now, but I'm going to try my best to tidy everything up as nice as I can. But, you know, naturally as you get closer to finishing your build, you know, everything will just start tightening up a little bit, and you know, it's going to start looking cleaner and cleaner as you get to the end, because you're going to have more of your hoses connected. Like, I don't have this hose connected. I don't have this hose connected to anything. This is for the blow-off valve. This is the boost gauge. And this is oil feed for the turbo. And I got nothing on this. I have nothing on this, and I have nothing on this down here. So got a lot of stuff not connected. And I have all of this, all these harness plugs not connected to anything, because these are for the throttle body. So I have a couple of things still not connected. And it's starting to look good, guys. It's starting to put together. I'm pretty excited. So I'm gonna get the heater core hoses wrapped up, and I'm gonna get the harness wrapped up also as well, and then I'm gonna get this turbo manifold bolted on permanently into the car. Alright guys, so I'll be right back. Once the manifold is on, I'll actually, once I wrap everything, I'll be right back so I can show you guys how I wrapped it, and then I'll install the manifold. I'll do a time lapse of the manifold so you guys can see me install that. And yeah, so I'll be right back. Get these hoses and the harness wrapped up. Alright, so I got the harness wrapped up pretty nicely, so that shouldn't be a problem. And just so you guys know, the downpipe is definitely going to be wrapped. Don't worry. Yeah, it's looking good. So I just got to do the 2 heater core hoses next, and then I ran out of zip ties, so I'm about to go to the store and get zip ties in order to finish this. So pretty much done for the night. So tomorrow I'll come back and finish wrapping it and buy some zip ties so I can zip tie everything up. So yeah, so we're almost done with this episode, guys. We're about to wrap it up. I'll time lapse the rest of everything that I'm gonna do in this episode. I'm gonna time lapse the heater hoses and doing the final bolting of the turbo manifold. So alright guys, here we go. Yo, what's up guys? I forgot to put the camera up to time lapse the manifold install, but here the manifold is in, so it's pretty good. Wrapped up all my lines back there. There's a decent amount of space. It's not touching, but I'm gonna try to zip tie it to pull it away from the manifold a little bit, and it looks like it should be fine. I don't think I'll have a problem. The downpipe and everything is gonna get wrapped as well, so that's not gonna be an issue. So car's starting to come together, guys. Hope you guys like what you see, and I think I'm gonna end the video here. I'm gonna upload this. This is done for this episode, and I guess the next episode will be the catch can finally. It got delayed, so it'll be here tomorrow. We'll do the catch can. We'll finally put the oil pan back up, and then Friday the turbo should be here, and we'll start that up and do the plumbing for the turbo. Alright guys, I hope you guys liked this video. I know it was a little weird. I had a whole bunch of things planned. They didn't work out the way I wanted to. But look at the manifold. Hope you guys are still enjoying the progress. If you like what you see, you know, press the like button, share, subscribe, everything. Alright guys, peace.